Hey, my name is Kelly Kessler. I'm the host of the podcast Rewiring Health, and I'm obsessed with helping you stop feeling burnout, living in pain, and anxious about the future. You see, for years, I felt like I was never good enough. I repeated in my head, when I accomplish this, then I'll finally be happy. And even when I accomplished it, there was always emptiness in my heart. I always put others' needs before my own. Negative thoughts ran wild in my head, and I always struggled to truly feel like I could relax and be present. Well, through my journey of healing, rewiring my brain, regulating my nervous system, and reprogramming my subconscious mind, I have recovered from an eating disorder, I have healed from chronic back pain, and I can truly be present with my two boys and feel that I am living the life I was destined to live with purpose and with joy. And I'm here to guide you along the same journey of healing. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. When I struggled with feeling like I was never enough and attached my worth to my accomplishments, I didn't know where to begin. And the last thing I wanted as a high achiever and a perfectionist was someone telling me I need to overhaul my life because I already felt overwhelmed. So that's why I created this free daily checklist to get your nervous system back on track and start feeling free in your mind and body and stop feeling burnout. Grab it in the link below and enjoy. I'll tell you, for years, there were so many times I said, I just want to feel like I have some kind of balance in my life. Like I was striving for that work-life balance where I felt like I wasn't just being consumed by every obligation in my life and that I could actually like start enjoying my life. And there was a time, a few years ago, I was working as a physical therapist. I was driving an hour each way to work and then working long days. I was gone for like 10, 11 hours every day, 5 days a week. And I was just so burnt out. I just wanted some kind of balance where I feel like I'm not just working all the time and just consumed by this. And I was so frustrated because I felt like I was just failing at achieving balance. And I'm just pushing myself so hard. I don't have a good balance in my life. I don't even know how to achieve this balance. And it's almost like I was striving for the unobtainable. And I wish then what I know now and what I realize now that it truly was unobtainable. And I think that's something we all need to understand is that, everyone's talking about finding balance in your life. I mean, I've said it too. I've said it plenty of times, like I just want balance and how we can achieve balance. But the thing is that balance is not necessarily the best goal to reach for, because what is balance? Balance is an equal distribution of parts. So it means that you're spending an equal amount of time at work as you are playing, as you are sleeping, as you are doing the things for yourself. And that's honestly not realistic. Realistically, there are going to be plenty of days where you're spending a heck of a lot more time working and doing things that you're obligated to do rather than doing the things you want to do. And unfortunately, that's just part of the human experience. But when we're always striving for balance and we're telling ourselves that balance is possible, that we can truly play the same amount of time that we can work, or we are trying to spend time with our kids in equal parts that we're working, that objective and that goal and that vision for ourselves is not necessarily realistic. And I'm gonna break it down here. And I actually made a post about this recently, and I want to talk about it because this is something that was so beneficial to me to realize that when I was searching for balance, I was only putting myself in a place of feeling like I was failing and that I was burning out because I was striving for something that I couldn't actually implement in my life. And don't get me wrong, we have to have parts of us where we are feeling like we're living and we're not just working to live. That absolutely is crucial. But we can't have this expectation that all the parts are going to be equal all the time. And unless they're equal, we're failing. And so what has transformed my life, the perspective shift, the mindset shift, is that instead of seeking balance, I seek harmony. And so what is harmony? Harmony is meaning that things are in congruence. They are in a pleasing arrangement of parts, and that there is this internal calm. So when we're seeking harmony, that is obtainable. So there are going to be days that you're going to play a heck of a lot. I'm sorry, work. I wish it was play. Work a heck of a lot longer than you're going to play. There are going to be days you're going to invest a lot more time and energy into other people than yourself. That is the reality of it. There just are going to be days like that. But as long as you're in congruence and that you feel whole doing that, then that's okay. You don't need to spend equal time on every aspect of your life, because realistically, there's just not enough time in the day to do all that. So as long as you are investing in the areas that you feel like jives with you and resonates with you, and you still feel this internal calm, and you feel like things are in congruence and this is the path that you want to take, then that's what we should be striving for. And so again, there are days that you will work harder than you will play. You will spend more time on other people than yourself. But the moment you feel like you're feeling drained, you're overwhelmed, you can't handle this anymore, now that's your wake-up call that you're no longer in harmony. You're not experiencing this congruence of feelings. And this is now the time where we need to shift the pendulum back to the other side and now invest more time in yourself. So if you're feeling like that and the inner harmony is not there within yourself, now we need to use that as a message to say, okay, maybe I need to do more self-care. Maybe I need to invest more time and energy in myself and start weaning down some of the time and energy I've put into other people. Maybe I need to have a moment of quiet. Maybe I need to take 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening to get myself into a better place and have that internal peace about myself. So when we strive for harmony, we recognize that we need to give ourselves grace in those moments where we feel like we are expending ourselves too far and we're investing in other things outside ourselves too much, and recognize that now we need to take some of that time, effort, and energy and shift it more towards ourselves. And having this realization and recognizing that this is more realistic, this is something we can actually obtain, in that we can just be aware of where we are internally, and that there are times we're going to spend more time and effort in things that feel like obligations that we need to do, but to recognize when we do that too much, and to allow ourselves and give ourselves permission to now pull back a little bit and start shifting that energy back to ourselves so we can maintain that internal harmony. And it's a subtle difference, but it's such an important perspective shift to help feel like you're not burning yourself out, that you're not giving of yourself all the time and you're never getting anything back for yourself, and to feel like you are worth the time and energy of yourself to invest in yourself without feeling that guilt that often comes along with it, especially when you're a high achiever, you're a people pleaser, always doing everything at the highest level and for other people. So this shift, I hope you take this forward and recognize that we don't need balance in our life. Honestly, we shouldn't even have balance in our life. Every day is not the same, and every day will not require the same of you. So if we're searching for this balance, we're always going to feel like we're not enough. We're always going to feel like we're not living up to our expectations, because honestly, if we're searching for balance, we're not, because it's not realistic to live in balance. But what is realistic is to live in harmony, and to recognize that as things shift in our life, we also need to adjust, and that there is time where we need to invest outside of ourselves a little bit more. But then when it feels like it's too much, we need to shift that back to ourselves and invest in ourselves more. And that is something that we can maintain for life, and honestly will serve you moving yourself forward and allowing yourself to have a different perspective where you feel like you are actually honoring your needs. And so again, I hope this brings some clarity to your life. And if you're feeling frustrated right now because you feel like I have no work-life balance, I feel like I'm just running on fumes all the time, I'm drained, I'm overwhelmed, I'm feeling burnout, then allow yourself to recognize that your inner harmony is not where it needs to be. And now that is a message, a beautiful message for you to start shifting more energy into yourself so that you can maintain that congruence within your heart and also maintain that internal peace that hasn't been there. So again, stop looking for balance in your life. It probably will never be there, but start looking for harmony. Huge shift will change your life. It has changed mine. I have spent many years searching for balance, never found it, and was very frustrated myself that I could never obtain it. But now having this perspective where I search for more harmony of what are my needs and recognizing what those are and not overextending myself all the time has made such a difference. So I hope it moves you forward in your life as well. And if you found benefit in this and you implement this, let me know how it goes. I would love to hear from you, and also share it with somebody who could also really use this message.
Thank you for spending your precious time to listen to this episode of Rewiring Health. My mission is to inspire hope and healing through science-backed practices. If you found value in this, please share with 3 people and leave a review. By doing so, this message can be spread to those who need to hear it most. Also, to get updates on the most recent episodes, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being part of this community, and I am forever grateful for you.